episode 3 of the Controversial Corner. I am joined by Damian, Jemini, and our spotlight feature this week, Ryan the Sensei.
Hello.
So, now that we have Sensei on here, I'm just going to get right to it instead of going to the lower thirds. Sensei, how did you come up with Ryan the Sensei? And why you're not just Ryan?
Well, I came from an MMA background. I've been doing martial arts my whole life, and then when I was training for wrestling, about to start my journey. I was watching Napoleon Dynamite clips, and Rex Kwon Do is really funny. I was like, not even the whole movie. It was just YouTube shorts because that's how I consume content now. I have to watch movies in like 25-second bits, and I was watching the bit where he's like, "You think I'm a loser? You think I'm a loser because I go home to Starlit Night? Bow to your sensei." And it was like the same week that we started doing like practice matches at the wrestling lab where I was training. So this would have been like September of 2024. I go in there, we're doing a practice match, and while I'm fucking putting the boots to somebody, I was like, I don't even remember who it was. It could have been Koban, but I was putting the boots to him. I was like, "Bow to your sensei," and I did my pistol squat leg drop deal on him. And since then, my coaches David Mercury and Jay Lethal, both they were so excited about that spot, and that was like the first like reaction I got out of wrestling. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna stick with this because it's something to have the people latch onto. The kids love the gi and stuff, and it's really goofy, but it is honest to God, it is who I am. Like I've been asking my mom for years. I'm probably gonna have to end up pointing a gun at her or something to get what I want, because she has pictures of me wearing like karate gi, like what I wear now, but like as a little like 5-year-old boy. I did that from like 5 to 12, so putting the gi back on is just easy thing for the kids to identify with and see when I'm walking down the aisle and stuff, instead of just another skinny guy with like the crappy tattoos and like long pants. I at least have a little something else making me stick out. So that's the sensei bit.
And you have the MMA background too, which I was also going to ask you about that, because you posted a clip of you sparring with yourself and then you ate shit on the floor.
Yeah.
God, I love that clip.
So I was going to ask you, what's the MMA deal and what's your record?
I was only ever an amateur. I was never even close to being pro. There's just such a skill gap there. So my amateur record is 2 wins, 1 loss. You can look this up. I'm on Tapology. And my 1 loss was to a guy who didn't train at all before he took the fight. I thought I was going to smoke him. And if you watch the fight, not like talking myself up, but for the first like 20, 30 seconds, I really did dust this guy. Like I'm not that tough, and my attributes suck, so I'm not very strong. But I was able to punch him to the point where he like gave me his back, and then I muscled him down, like big brothered him down to the ground. And I gassed myself out because this guy's got like a cinder block head. I almost said a big Asperger's cinder block head, but that's kind of crazy. But hurt my hands more than it hurt his head while I was on top of him punching him. And then that was like the first maybe like 55, 45 seconds of the fight. And the ending of that round, and then the second round and the third round was just me trying to keep this guy off of me, but he was like a spider monkey and was just whooping on me and stuff. I don't know if this is the type of podcast where you can put videos of stuff there, but
yeah, that's what you'll see.
If you look up Ryan Crawford versus Bradley Terwilliger MMA, you can watch this whole fight and see him beat the hell out of me. I mean, he beat the fuck out of me. He's tough too, and he ended up, he kept fighting. He still fights. Him and his brother both fight, and I think Brad's record now is something like 4-6 or like 5-6, something like. He's got like a lot of fights in a small amount of time, so he's pretty sick. But yeah, so 2-1 I got, and my only wins are both by guillotine, like the Roman Reigns deal or whatever. That's a pretty go-to. Someone's trying to take you down, they're gonna duck their head down. It was always the same way. I would just make them panic, because I trained Muay Thai mostly, so I would make guys panic with my stand-up, and then they would try to shoot on me, and then I would choke them from there. But again, it was all very low-level guys, no offense to any of them, except for the last guy I fought, Elvin Mendez. Fuck him. I don't even know if he's going to watch this because he's a homeless worm who doesn't get internet. But Elvin, because I do see you see my fucking Instagram stories sometimes, fuck you, you deadbeat dad. You're a prick. You're a fucking toothless bum. Fucking love meth more than your kids. You love being this fake Conor McGregor at like 35. You're fucking never gonna go pro. You're a fucking loser. Fuck you. You're low level. But the first guy I beat, I'm actually still friends with, Vincent Rivers. He's pretty sick.
But fuck that other guy.
Elvin Mendez, fuck you. They call you all heart. I call you all bitch. I'm not even gonna call you all fart. You're not worth like a funny rhyme. You're just all shit.
I assume he's from Pasco.
That's a good question. I think he might be.
I swear to Pasco, that says a lot.
I swear to God, he lives on like a fucking bench or whatever. Like he tried fucking.
US 9 by the old event center.
Yeah, dude. fucking stink. He's such a bum. When we fought, we were about to start fighting, and the ref had to fucking stop the fight and like pointed at his waistband. Was like, "Get that out of your waistband!" And he pulled a vape out. He had like a vape in his
during
waistline.
the fight?
Like, we're about to fight and stuff. Yeah, and he's such a fucking crackhead. He forgot he had his vape in his fucking thing. So he's just walking around hitting the vape like a fucking 19-year-old. He's like 31 the time we fought. He's walking around like hitting his vape. He's got like the dumb broccoli hair, missing fucking teeth.
Is he blonde too?
No,
he has like broccoli hair.
No, it's like fucking just shit looking like fucking just an ugly fucking guy. But yeah, that's my MMA background. There's a lot of fucking, for the most part, I liked all the people I fought. That was just MMA. I did a lot to prepare for my MMA stuff. I competed. If you take all my kickboxing or Muay Thai like competitions or like smokers, which is basically like sparring with someone else from another gym, but it's in an environment where it's like a low level amateur fight. Like his gym comes, your gym comes. There's rounds, but there's technically not a winner. But you're still competing like full, trying to win and shit. Stuff like that. I did a lot of grappling matches. Like for the same promotion I did MMA for, Real Cage Fighting, I did grappling matches for them too. I actually did a Muay Thai fight with them as well and won that. So if you take all of those together, I've got like about 15 or 16 competitions I did across combat sports from 2022 to 2024.
Nice.
That's not bad.
So yeah, that's pretty much. And then the only other thing I wanted to ask you off of my my interview questions that I have to ask is I saw the viral video of you fighting the dude in the street.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you about that too. So that was,
Oh.
and the only reason I saw that is because I think Keith reshared it, and then
that was great. I fucking.
So thanks Keith for making that come back up again.
Just for anyone who sees it, yeah, thank you, Keith. From my perspective, it came back because I was on Instagram and Dirty Devin Diaz sent me the video, and he was like, "Hey man, this is you, isn't it?" And Dirty Man's fucking really funny. He like because he's seen me post like other MMA shit, he'll like call me and talk to me about like fights that he gets in and stuff. And he's like, I just thought you'd think that's funny because like you're a degenerate who likes fighting people and stuff. And dude, he makes me laugh. But yeah, okay, so that story you're talking about, and I only posted. That's why I posted it on my Instagram that day.
Every single comment.
I did, yeah. I do that every time. I try really hard not to, but then like fucking.
There's literally a comment that says "White boy doesn't know how to fight," and then you said.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I was like, you're fucking commenting on a video of me fighting. I'm never gonna comment on something that you're doing, you fucking loser. Don't come at me about not being able to fight. And
that was
fucking
years ago too, wasn't it?
It was years, and also, so let me explain the situation because it doesn't look good on my end fighting there. It's pretty embarrassing, and the whole thing is it's not a net positive for me. That is the best thing about it is that I've got a clip of me knocking out that fatty and his big butt cheeks come out, and that's really all it is. If that fucker had kept his pants up, that video wouldn't get nearly as much traction.
No, it's like a hound dog match.
Yeah, it's fucked up, bro. I just worked him fucking Friday, and that's exactly how I was like putting heat on him, thinking like, fuck, let me give him time to pull his pants up because his whole ass is out.
It was fucking.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, he's always got his ass. He's like a fucking plumber, bro.
Yeah, exactly. His whole fucking
You
ass
worked on
out.
Friday. Was that Wednesday?
Yeah, it was at Tanner's Lakeside for Florida Pro Wrestling.
The ass came
Yeah,
out.
I was there. What? How the fuck did you lose, bro?
Oh yeah, fucking Jonathan Hudson doesn't know how to fucking punt. Well, he just doesn't.
Like, bro, I was so rooting for you. I was there. I watched the whole thing. Like, I was rooting for you. You were kicking his ass, and then all of a sudden, boom, 1, 2, 3.
I was on a real roll. Fucking FPW back in December, me and Coban wrestled against John Strange, and we beat him. So I've got a little momentum going specifically against the neighbors, John Strange and Hound Dog, or Lola. I guess is the name. Yeah, Hound Dog / Lola.
Yeah.
Real scary the way that works because they'll fucking this dichotomy is switching. But
it's like he needs to go to a mental hospital.
Him and John Strange both.
Yeah.
But
they fit. They're perfect together.
I had to run him with Strange too. So.
Oh yeah,
I invented the tornado bulldog DDT on John Strange.
Accidentally.
But anyways, back to your
back to that story.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. So
I was there, and I was like, what
well,
the heck,
you know,
dude?
that's very because much like the story. So that the street fight thing that happened back in Orlando in 2022, and much like that time, I was about to, no offense to Lola and Hound Dog or John Strange, but I was about to have a situation like that where I was going to win. But the tables got turned on me. I ate a big right hand from Jonathan Hudson, got knocked out, and then I couldn't stop them from pinning him. That's last Friday. That's now. Let's talk about back then. December 2022. Me and my brother Jacob went to a UFC fight night in Orlando. I think it was the Amway Arena, whatever the arena is in Orlando.
Amway. It was Amway. I think it's named something else now.
Now it's something else, but in 2022 it was Amway, I believe. So me and my brother Jacob went to go see UFC Fight Night, Thompson versus Holland. So that's Stephen Wonderboy Thompson against Kevin Holland. That was a great fight card. I'm a huge MMA fan, obviously, so like that was cool. My brother Jacob at the time was training with me and stuff, so it was really cool for us to go watch the fights. It was kind of frustrating because we got the tickets from our mom, so it was very nice, but they were like nosebleeds, so the people up there were just fucking rude, and it was like literally so uncomfortable sitting up there.
It's always that. Fucking suck.
I have legit decency humans.
Exactly.
Not at all. And especially when they're drunk. Oh
yeah. It's fine if they keep themselves like separate from me, but like I legit had 2 different people come up to me and be like, "Hey, you're sitting in my seat," and I had to pull up my fucking ticket and be like, "This is where I am." And then after they were being rude to me, trying to get me to fuck off, they would be like, "Okay, well, do you know where this fucking thing is?" And I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here! I don't know. I know where my seat is."
Fest a couple years ago.
Right.
Yeah, because I got like $15 tickets just so I can fucking say I went.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is my fucking seat. No, sir. What do you mean? It says right here on my QR code. No.
Was it like the Rock Fest or something?
98 Rock Fest. It was the one with the 3 days grace return.
Oh shit! Yeah, that rules. That was my first concert. Was a 98 Rock Fest.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. But you know how it, like they were like fucking. It's an uncomfortable environment, and we were there for legit 8 hours, and we drank before we went in, but I didn't want to get up from those seats to go or whatever. So like,
and once you're up there, you don't want to move.
Exactly. So like I'm like what's the word? Not like hungover, but you know how you sober up while you're still awake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, so you're just kind of already irritated. We're walking out of the arena, and the fight night was pretty cool. I'm a big fan of Wonderboy and Kevin Holland at the time, because at the time Kevin Holland was a lot closer to his like kind of glory days in my head, where in 2020 he won 5 fights throughout the year, which is pretty unheard of still. So I was really high on him, and everyone likes, if you know UFC or MMA, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson's like a ninja. He's really cool.
I actually know who that is.
Yeah, he's honestly like kind of what Ryan the Sensei is, but in real life, if that makes sense. Like he's and bigger and he rules. But fucking, so that fight was cool. But by the time we're walking out of the arena, I'm so fucking like head rush feeling and just tired. I had an argument with my girlfriend that day. She was supposed to come with me, but something happened to where I was like, "Fuck you!" We had planned for a week for my girlfriend to come with me to this UFC event, but she fucking pissed me off so bad, and I had a friend who was obsessed with UFC just like I was, so I was like, "Fuck you! I'm taking my friend Gabe." So I did. I took my friend Gabe, and my girlfriend at the time was so fucking annoyed. So she was blowing me up all day and pissing me off too. So I'm full of piss and vinegar walking out of this arena, and I'm like walking, and I see this fucking one guy come up. And I see him like walking straight for me, and I'm like, he can see me. I'm not gonna fucking move for him. He's like small. He like looked my size, which in my brain makes him seem small because I think I'm small. So if you're my size, you're a tiny guy like me. And at this point, I had also like I was supposed to fight like the month before this, but the fight got canceled. So I was really annoyed from that, and I was in fantastic shape. Like even though I'm explaining like how tired I was and like sobered up from like drinking earlier in the day, I still was like,
you're
I don't
training
give a fuck.
shape, ready to go.
Yeah, exactly, and obviously, because I won. I beat up 2 fucking guys at once, and fucking, so I bump into this one kid, and fucking, I didn't even really look back because I was so annoyed. So we bump into each other, and I just hear like a big splash, and then just this guy going, "Oh, hell nah." And so then I turn around, and I was like, "Don't oh hell nah to me. You just ran into me, fucker." Immediately, I'm already that fucking pissed. Because he did. He ran right the fuck into me. This guy should have got out of the way. And so the ironic thing is, if you watch the fight, those 2 guys that I'm fighting, that's not who the fuck I bumped into. I bumped into their pussy fucking boyfriend, this fucking third guy. I probably shouldn't have said boyfriend, but whatever. This pussy fucking,
2026.
Their third friend. Honestly, they probably were boyfriends. I hadn't seen any girls with them. But fucking, this third fucking smaller guy, he's the one who bumps into me. And then his fucking other bigger friends start immediately chirping in. And then it just turns into these guys trying to say shit like, "Nah, you need to get him a new drink and shit." And I'm like, "Fuck off." And as I'm trying to walk, they keep fucking talking shit to me. And it's just, in all fairness, I should have just walked away. If I had kept walking away and these guys followed me, it would have been one thing. But they just kept talking shit, and I was so fucking irritated already that I was like, I'm just gonna sit here and fucking keep talking to these motherfuckers. So I was saying shit like, "Go fucking smoke a black and mild at your fucking mom's house, you fucking losers. That's the only reason you're fucking with me, because I know you guys don't have girls waiting at the house. So you're just gonna go blow each other when you're done with this. Might as well get the most out of walking around downtown you can. Try to fucking start a fight with somebody. Fuck you." All this shit. And they were not very happy with it. And it leads to a point where like we're fucking talking shit, and my brother, who you see get punched in that video, he's like fucking pulling me back and shit, and he's like, "Ryan, let's go. Ryan, let's get out of here." And I'm like, no, fuck this, fuck these guys. They're gonna keep talking shit and keep walking up on me and stuff. I don't know if they even really were walking up on me, but I was fucking riled up, so I was talking shit to them. It gets to a point where like this tiny little dude comes up and he's looking at me and he's like, hey man, you should really just go away. You should really just let it be a thing. It's like, turn around and tell these guys that. Like, it's 3 of them, it's 1 of me. Tell them that shit. Why are you not telling them that? Why are you telling the, you know, at the time I looked a lot younger, like, smaller guy. Why are you telling me and not the fucking aggressive, like, grown-ass looking men right here? I know why, we're not gonna say it, but fucking, this fucking little nerd ends up saying, like, hey man, I'm a cop. I've worked with cops before. I don't want you to get hurt. He's like smiling at me like that. And I'm just like, okay, then arrest them because they're fucking with me, loser. And then it gets to a point where the one guy, I don't think it was the guy that I ended up knocking out. One of them sucker punched me, gave me like a black eye. And then it was just on. I was, you know, then you see the video pretty much from there. I fucking was punching him and shit. And I remember like losing. I remember from my perspective, it was like, fuck, this is not going well. They started off with the sucker punch and I'm like punching these guys, but I don't feel like I'm landing very flush. And then I remember like, I don't even remember connecting very heavy on the guy, but just like hitting him and then he went down. I don't remember his friend still trying to fight me, and like on the video I knocked the one guy down and then the guy keeps coming and I hit him with like another check hook and then someone comes between us and then I put my hands up like that. In my memory, the way I remembered it was fucking punch the guy, he went down, I instantly saw him like be all that I can see, and then like now his body's all the way out of my sight because he just hit the ground and being like, and I remember in my head thinking too, like, fuck, I really hope that he like moves because that's a fucked up way to hit your head, like on just concrete straight up the way that he did.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And he totally deserved it because he was a fuckhead loser, but there would be dire consequences for me if he didn't get up. Luckily for me, he fucking immediately gets up and he's drooling and his fucking friend tries carrying him and stuff, and then yeah, that's like the most, out of anything I think I've ever put online, the only stuff that gets like, that's got millions of views was other people posting that video. Which is still technically me, so I'll take that. But yeah, that's my fucking...
Yeah, so comment on that anytime you get the chance to.
Dude, exactly, yeah. That's what I was telling
you. You're in it, so...
30 Devin sent me the reel of the one guy, like, talking about this shit, and then I was like, dude, the thing I hate the most is, like, every couple months this video will come up and either, like, someone will send it to me, like, my dad has sent me other people posting that
I've seen it a couple times, and I'll see, like, some dudes are like, in this scenario, 2 of these guys were leaving, like, a hockey game, and it's like,
Close,
like,
pretty much,
close,
yeah.
But that's not it. But they just lie because they don't have the actual story.
Yeah, exactly, which is like, shit, dude, I would love to have the
just come up with the most random shit, and it's not even the truth, it's like, that's not even fucking true, but let's go with it. The more views, the better.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I like and shit like that. But the thing, I do end up looking corny every time, and it's not. I don't know if you can tell based off of like just the fact that what I do in wrestling in general. I don't give a shit about looking corny. So eventually, what will happen is someone will send me the video, and for like an hour, I'll be like, "That's cool. I'm just gonna let it simmer." I'm not gonna message anyone, not gonna, leave comments, not gonna be corny, and then like an hour will go by and I'll be like, fuck that's me, I gotta get myself over. So then I'll leave a comment like, that's me, that's Ryan the Sensei, that white boy that knocked the other guy out or whatever, because they always, every time that video is posted, they bring race into it, which is like, whatever, I don't fucking care. It's a video of me knocking somebody out, so I don't care what they're gonna call it, and at least they don't call me, luckily I haven't had like someone post it where they're like, white supremacist knocks out fucking, these 2 guys, because fucking that would be brutal. And then I would have to comment and be like, no, dude, literally nothing. It had nothing. To those guys' credit, I don't think they said anything racial to me either until after I already knocked them out. And at that point, it's like,
I already won.
Yeah, your feelings are hurt. I already won. I got to put my hands up and everything. Now you can let out a couple white boys and stuff like that. But fucking, neither of us were saying anything racial. It was all actually kind of funny on my end. They were just fucking like, oh yeah, and like eventually sucker punch me. But
pussies.
I can't. The worst thing is I can never post. I've tried posting that video myself, and it always gets taken down, bro. I don't know what these other people do. I think it's because they have like a video of themselves reacting to it and something else.
So here's an idea for your next Sensei Dojo: is you reacting to that video in the dojo.
Maybe that's what I do.
That would probably work. Yeah,
that's also, and not even just for that video specifically, but that's one of my least favorite types of videos now. Is the ones that are like an actually interesting video happening, and then it goes to some guy's face. Yes, dude.
Some guy's head's in it, and he goes, "Yeah, so this is how this happened."
It's like, yeah, the worst ones are the ones where it's just a guy after that just going. it's like, fuck, I'm not a baby. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to see something and have some other adult tell me how to react to it. Fucking.
They do it so that they can steal the video and put it on their page.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Again, just to get the views.
And it's very smart for them because they end up making money. I haven't seen a cent or any ad revenue from any of that millions of views that Meanock and those guys have.
That's just how this shit.
Yeah, but some people have because they already have like the sponsorships anyway or whatever, however that stuff works. I don't know. But yeah, I hate that type of content, dude. It's like a real life laugh track or like modern day laugh track, and it's, I don't know, I can't what's up with that. Terrible. Maybe my promos would be better if I did that. Maybe I have to pay one of these like guys with millions of followers and stuff to like watch one of my videos where my nipples are mouths, and then afterwards be like, oh, were his nipples mouths? Did he make mouths come out of his nipples? Oh my god!
Somebody might see that by chance.
That's what I was always going for. Like that's why I challenged Matthew Ennis to the loser's name is Matthew Penis match.
Oh, I love that, dude. Yeah. I literally went up to that same thing. I was like, that was fucking hilarious.
That's what he said. I mean, not to pull the curtain back too much, but even Matthew Ennis liked it a lot. I mean, you can tell he liked it a lot because honestly, I was just doing that to set up the match and go into it, and I wasn't going to talk about him being Matthew Penis at all during the match. He was like beating my ass, and then to the crowd was like, "Don't call me Matthew Penis. I'm not Matthew Penis." And then took the video from WWN's like live stream of our match and posted that to his Facebook. And he gets a lot more views than me. He posted the fucking Matthew Penis thing. So clearly it resonated with him, or maybe it made him that mad. Maybe it made him so pissed off he wanted to post about the Matthew Penis bit. But he brought it up during the wrestling match. I was willing to just let it be the wrestling match and have, you know, whoever loses becomes Matthew Penis or whatever.
Which is true. So to segue away from your penis joke, I'm going to throw us to a commercial so I can throw in one of your promo videos.
You want to talk about gifted business? I got your business right here. You ever seen this much money, this much cash in the same place at the same time? Hello? Yeah, this is Ryan the Sensei. The big leagues? Shit, whoops. Do you think the Gifted is a tag team that Ryan the Sensei has had his eyes on for a while? They are. Logan Cruz, do you think I enjoy your promotional videos and find them to be charismatic and charming? I do. And Leroy Shogun, you think I'm scared of you? You think I'm shaking in my boots at the thought of sharing the ring with a competitor such as yourself? I am. Well, all of these questions and more will have answers Saturday, February 7th in Clearwater, Florida, when Ryan the Sensei teams up with Cyrus Thorne to form the Bleeding Order to take on the Gifted, Leroy Shogun and Logan Cruz. That's Saturday, February 7th in Clearwater, Florida for the Clearwater Clash at the Clearwater... The Clearwater Clash at the Clearwater Classic.
And we're back from our very nice commercial break where you got to see Ryan the Sensei's promo on either Matthew Penis or the one he caught on the Annoying Orange for the Young Guns, whatever one I found.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, a lot of people like that one too. So
that one's good just because fucking...
It works because I talk so much. And I actually, funny enough, wore the same outfit for that promo. Funny.
Yes, you did. Yeah, fucking. Well, that one was. I tried to have an illusion of, not to pull the curtain back too far, but I wanted the illusion of me being like, I wanted people to be like, how the fuck does he do this so fast? How did TJ just drop his video and Ryan already has the whole deal? So I already had the.
I think I sent it to you too.
Yeah. But like I had it. I tried to post it within like the hour you posted yours. Yeah. I wanted to have mine out, and the trick was I already kind of had it ready because I already knew what the joke was going to be. I was going to find the one. The famous ginger people, because I did Annoying Orange. I did the one guy who's like, gingers have souls. Yeah, that one was the first idea. I was just gonna have just that guy talking with your voice over it. That'd be the video. I was like, I got to do a bit more than that. So then I thought that the Annoying Orange part makes me laugh every time still because I synced the orange's mouth on accident to what you were saying for like the first half second. So for real, it looks like it's the Annoying Orange talking with your voice. And
that's the one thing I got pointed. I think that Alex is the one that pointed it out to me. He's like, "Did you guys work in cahoots to get that shit up?" I was like, "Kind of, but not really."
Yeah, no, I mean
it just worked out the way I do my promos.
Yeah, it was because I knew it was gonna be whatever words you were saying. I could use that, and also I knew it had to be. I had to have something really good. I put myself in it. Well, I can say this. I knew it had to be very good because the last time we were wrestling, I think we had already had the RPW match together as well, right?
We
had quite a few. The first one was Proving Ground, then it was RPW, then it was
Proving Ground again, and then it was Proving Ground again, and then Then you and Damian had the match on
the bike week.
Bike week.
Yeah.
I think that was later though.
I don't remember when the bike week. I think
that was actually. I want to say it was 2 weeks before the Super Show.
Okay, so then bike week was after.
Yeah.
But at that point we had wrestled at least 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, the reason I was bringing it up
a lot of times
because all those times you had already beaten me.
Yeah.
So I knew it had to be, and I don't know. I had a good feeling you were going to beat me again for the match I was promoting with that. So I knew it had to be. You know kind of how it is with. Well, it's wrestling. We're all trying to win. But fucking. I just knew I had to have something because
it worked out so well in the end.
I couldn't have a. Anyway, I don't know. I'm sure you guys have already talked about that and stuff, and I don't know. I'm also fucking.
I actually never brought that up on here.
It's the first time.
I have yet to comment on that at all. Since Simon clocked me in my shit, I have not spoken about that.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
Shit. Hey, you and I both were in the Simon fucking slapping the shit out of you fucking
Simon Slap Club. That's us.
Actually,
all three of us here have got
yeah. Yep. Fun times.
Oh no, yeah, that was so. I just knew like I can't have a weak sauce video and then look weak sauce in the ring by getting beat. So I think
that was one of your better. That's not even like just going off of putting ourselves over. I think that was one of the better matches that week too. Because if I don't remember, and you can go back and watch that show if you want to. But there are 3 specific matches on that proving ground, and it started with us. There was another match in between us, and then it was Jay Sky and Damian at the end. That was like the hottest hour of that.
Yeah.
It was almost like last 3 weeks.
If I'm correct too, it was literally back to back to back. Because I think you guys were first.
Then it was.
I'm not gonna name the other person because I don't fucking.
I will. It was.
We don't like it. No.
PhD and Alexander Mutumba, who that kid is actually very. I've worked him once. He's pretty fun.
Yeah. And
Alex
then.
Mutumba?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But Alex Mutumba isn't the one you guys don't like, right?
No, it's PhD.
Yeah, it's
that fucking
PhD,
bum.
I don't know.
Puerto Rican, I don't know.
God damn it.
Oh, I see. Yes. Oh, I know the match. Yes. Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
This is all thinking pretty huge dick, but yeah.
That was a pretty interesting. Huge.
But yeah, I will put over. Yeah. No, that was. I mean, and I only go based off of a little thing about Ryan the Sensei. I don't watch my matches back, and that's a really bad habit. But I just can't stand it. Especially the same night or whatever.
Is there a reason why? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't like the way I look. I don't know.
Is it? No, hold on. Okay. There's two different definitions of why you don't like the way you work. It's either you don't like the way you move in the ring, or it's you don't like the way you physically look in the ring.
Yeah, and
because you don't have
yeah.
All right, listen.
Yeah. Well, because I'm new, so I know, and I've had this talk with a lot of guys. The most recent one is Brian Atomic. Talked to me about this, and I was like, I just don't like watching my stuff back. And he's like, look, it's humbling and it sucks because you're not gonna like seeing your mistakes, and you're not gonna like it when you don't like it.
Absolutely. I'm gonna be honest.
Back and watch my matches
hearing that, like even when I first started, there's been times where I've seen where I fucked up and all that, and he can tell you because we do this all the time. We go, man, I don't want to fucking see this.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, we're gonna fucking do it all the time. I shit you not. He is legitimately like we've had conversations in the ring, and we're like, oh boy, you know, we don't want to see what we fucked up.
There's a certain fatal 4-way match. I'm not gonna name who was in it or where it was. I'll say it's at Proving Ground and let someone figure out which fatal 4-way this was. But I'm sitting in the turnbuckle, and I'm just looking, and I'm like, this is the worst match I've ever been in. And I'm just sitting there on the turnbuckle. Yeah. You can see me thinking that, and then we get it, and then we're out.
Like fatal 4-way or fatal 4-way tag team?
Fatal 4-way tag team.
Specifically.
So you can see, You can think
he's smiling, but I think he already got onto it.
I'm trying to remember what point you would have been there.
I've been there for 2 years. I'm about to hit 2 years.
You are. It's
my 2 years is I think like tomorrow actually. What's today? The 18th.
Yeah.
No, 17th.
Wow.
Yeah, so, the 19th.
But like to back off what you were saying, there's been a lot of times, but at the same time, you learn from it.
Exactly. That's what Brian Thomas said.
That's Brian. Like I've heard it from every single person. I can't tell you how much I hate looking back at.
The match I was referring to, I was tagging with Gio, by the way.
I know what you would.
Okay, never mind.
I already knew.
The last year I've not had that mindset.
I already knew where you were going with, but like it's honestly it does suck. You like I don't use this word much, but a lot of people do. You fucking cringe.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
That's when I lost my matches when I wrestled in the cargo.
But we just gotta see
Except
a
for the
look
outside
and pretty much it's almost like we gotta, well, not almost, but it is, we're studying ourselves.
Yes, yeah.
It's
To see
exactly
where you
what
have to
we're
improve
doing.
and stuff.
That's where you fucking improve to, where you can get better.
Yeah.
And you know.
That's how I figured out how to reverse your little spin kick, and that was my favorite part of that match.
Oh yeah, I gotta find a different entry to that spin kick. 'Cause if you look at a lot of my last couple proving ground outings, I get that.
Yeah, I took that
turn
kick.
around on me a lot.
I took that kick recently.
Yeah.
I still, yeah. We're gonna forget that day.
That's in the ring.
I forget. You know what? I forgive you.
You kicked me a bunch in the ring too. I'm not thinking about that.
Oh yeah, we fucking.
I'm not worried about it.
Honestly, we beat the shit out of each other.
We're in there. We're trying to work. We're trying to win. Yeah,
that's mentality.
So
you know
about winning. When are we gonna see Koban back?
Yeah.
So that's been a really rough.
You got abducted by an alien.
Yeah, I was gonna say what. I went to. He got. That was. I was just asking him that question the other day about it. Too.
We got a lot of video from those alien perverts and stuff, and we, for the sake of, because I already have a strike on my YouTube channel and stuff like that, so I can't. And I'll explain that later.
I'm actually surprised why I don't have one, because I put a lot of bad shit too.
And the thing they gave me a strike for was ridiculous. But anyway, Koban got real diddled by those aliens, and we cut a lot of that out. They oiled them up good. They did a lot to him, but I did.
He's a big boy to oil up too.
There was a lot of oil. There was a lot of
receipts.
That's a lot. That's
Yeah.
I know why. That's a lot. And it wasn't even. There was like solid parts too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
like I've never like that's. That was. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. Yeah,
it was traumatizing to watch as his friend, you know what I mean? It was a rough thing to see him get oiled up like that. There were some bits that were pretty funny. Well, I mean, he just does squeal pretty funny sometimes in that video. But so the aliens weren't even sweet enough to give him an Uber home after that. They like just dumped him out from the sky where he was at, and then he crash landed back on Earth and snapped his leg in half. So he's not going to be able to walk until March 1st. I don't know when this is released, but...
I think around that time. Well, this will be next week. So the 28th weekend.
Okay.
Maybe weekend of the 20th, so 27th probably.
So he'll be walking
about a week.
Like without a cast, yeah, about a week from then, and then from there, I actually saw him without, because he's got the cast off, and it's like one of those like braces or whatever now.
Yeah.
But he still can't put all the pressure on it. But I've seen him with the thing off, and it's crazy. He's got like one size leg is normal, like it was before, and the other leg looks like my leg.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. To back up, like I once, like when I first started, I once had a guy who was a lot larger than PhD. He landed on my ankle, my fucking bone.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Right. And this motherfucker, mind you, it's his first time coming back, and I guess he was just scared to bump. And you see how high it's like when you go for what we call a back bump. For those that don't know, you jump in the air for your last big bump, correct?
Right. Yeah.
That's how high it is for when you jump.
Yeah.
Well, he fucking held on the rope, and then finally he lets go, lands on my ankle. And so when I remember coming back, and my legs, I think it was my left leg. My left leg was just big. I could only walk on one leg, and I was still at the time in high school, and we had stairs. And sometimes the building was really old, so the elevator sometimes would break, and it wouldn't work. So I'd have to take the stairs. And so yeah, my
you just
my
dragging
right
yourself up and stuff.
I would just hop.
God,
I'm gonna be honest.
yeah.
It was kind of a workout, but I mean, I'd rather have both my legs because one was smaller and the other was
exactly.
bigger.
Yeah,
It's like I don't like this. And the casts, I'm gonna be honest, fucking suck.
That's why Kaban had that scooter. Which, if y'all remember, I did pitch this idea.
Oh, and crutches
I wanted Kaban to come out for the scooter from that 1 year proving ground at OCC anniversary, and I wanted to push him off the scooter. I thought it would have been hilarious, and we could have rode him off that way. Instead, he just stayed in having nice catering.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you dodged the bullet, Kaban. But I did want to do that thing.
Fortunately for well, there were a couple ideas we were trying to do, but it got to a point where management just wasn't going to let him do anything. Like we kept having
pretty concerned.
His cast was the same color as his nice colored gear. It's like green and stuff. So I had like ideas where he could like something like that would have been great. We could have done a lot of stuff, but we kept bringing it up to management. They're like, fucking, just no, don't do anything with him. So that's how it was. But so that's what. But I don't know. I mean, he'll be back. And we'll be doing strong stuff because I've still been wrestling at least once a week, every week this year.
So when he's ready, you guys are gonna tag again, right?
Exactly, 1,000%. Dojo Hunters aren't. We're just getting started.
Good.
We haven't even put shirts out yet. We We haven't.
I know a good place you can put those shirts. It's called kspmediashop.com. That's where all our stuff is, right? And you can, maybe you can find some JoJo stuff.
That's kspmedia.com. Yeah, no, for sure that'll be a thing very soon. I actually got to start doing mass because I've got Ryan the Sensei shirts too. So I'll talk to you about getting those on there also because that would be cool. But I got to make. I only have like 2 right now, so I got to.
We know some guys that can help you out with that. We just launched a bunch of new shit. Actually, I just released my MegaCon exclusive shirts that I have coming up. I have Dennis Fence that's got his merch line. Aaron has got his new La Maria stuff just went up, and then there's new. What the fuck is his name? I don't know. I just added something. Waldo.
Was it Waldo?
Yeah, he just had
there yet.
What happened?
Chris Marvelous on there yet?
I believe he is. I believe.
Yeah, a lot of people. I started it back up again. I just hadn't had time, but now I brought the shop back, and there you know. But people actually want merchandise.
Oh, dude, I would get on that Chris Marvelous bandwagon now because I think I see a lot of. I'm not like the type of guy that.
I wrestled him before Myers, so yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was on the fly. The guy I was supposed to work didn't show up, so here comes fucking Chris Marvelous. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna kick his ass, and I did. As nice TJ and Fort Myers, and I defended the Pure title for my.
Yeah.
It was a 37th title defense against Chris Marvelous. First one of 20.
Chris, that was your lucky day.
It was your lucky day. Not a bad. And it rained during the last little bit of that.
He was blessed that day.
Wow.
Yep.
Because it rained. So.
Yeah, no, he's fucking. Because he's still pretty new, so I know he's got like a lot of.
I've seen him over at AMP training a couple times.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen him train at the AMP house.
The potential's there.
He does have that potential. The only thing that I sometimes see is he'll get in his head sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of people when they first start.
Yeah.
Like we've all been there,
year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
All of us.
There's a lot of you guys that are in your first year right now that are like in. You guys are all like similar spots that I was in when I was in because it's my first year too. I think I got a little luckier than most people in their first year because I got to do a lot more things, but that's because there are so many places.
Right.
And a lot of places.
And it was a lot just getting
like another thing too is for the new guys. Sometimes it's a lot harder for them to get reps. Like even for him. But that's why that's where I say for him he was lucky to be able to have the reps, the Fridays.
Yeah, because the Fridays are good.
Because if there would have been that, then where would he have gone? Because he,
Yeah, because people don't realize how helpful Proving Ground really was. Because if we didn't have that, I was able to do Proving Ground so much to where I was able to get more and more reps. And we had the training center too, to where we were still training 3 to 4 days a week.
Okay.
So we were training. So I was wrestling
about 2 to 3 times a week, training 3 to 4 days a week. On top of that, for the first 7 months of my first year, so I had all this extra time that most people don't get.
Right.
And then on top of that, I started traveling right around. I think my first year.
It was after. That's like
it was right after my full year. Then I started going out.
I
went to Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, New York, Illinois. So I mean, like I'm doing it.
Total of 8 states.
8 states already. Yeah. So I'm trying to. Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And so at this point, it's kind of like pick your poison where you want to go this week. But there's also a catch for that because I'm homegrown to where I want to be with WWN. That's where I came from. I'm loyal to them.
Right.
Now we don't have those Mondays anymore. There's a lot of other places that run Mondays in other states, so you will be seeing another return very soon that I can't announce yet, but I will be going somewhere on a Monday. So that's the only thing that sucks with the Mondays being, especially for like you guys, because now we can't even do the fun stuff because now we can't do those storylines.
Oh my god! Yeah, I had a lot coming up, dude. I was about to be on a generational run. I was gonna do like a loser gets Benjamin Button match, winner fucks a loser's mom match, like fucking. I had a bunch of stuff coming up.
That's great.
I had a bunch of stuff because WWN was like, Ryan Sensei, we gotta, we
gotta keep people in the seats.
We gotta get asses every 18 inches here. So we're gonna get you a stipulation every week, but you get to choose the stipulation. So. I had a couple stuff going on. I was going to beat up Blake Banks and turn him into a baby. That's what that match was going to be. I had a bunch of other ideas.
We were supposed to wrestle Blake and then it got canceled.
Yeah,
we were going to wrestle Blackjack and Tom Felix for the 5th time.
And that was going to be good. Those guys have been on quite a run. They just, you guys were having like is it a rubber match or whatever? Because you guys just wrestled the week before.
That was supposed to be our grudge match.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of
we
cool
won't
stuff.
forget about that. When that happens, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it'll happen.
It's
sure.
gonna happen.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Lumberjack versus Blackjack 39.
I lost count after the first time.
It'll happen.
I'm gonna be honest. It's who if we
That's fine.
That's someone else to get on the bandwagon now, because he's still pretty. I don't know how new, but I know he's relatively new. But Blackjack is fucking.
Blackjack. You want to be honest?
Wow.
He pretty much started when I started.
Okay.
The only thing
So
is, he
relative.
started wrestling before me, because at the time when I first started and I met him, I was reffing
He had a different
at the time,
character, too.
and it was
Yeah.
it was a different. It was
The
somebody
lifeguard,
else.
Yeah.
And so he's been wrestling. I want to say 4 or 5 years.
Oh, okay. That
So
actually makes a lot of
I've
sense,
known
yeah.
him for a while now.
Damn, for some reason, I thought he was like kind of new, like I was.
No,
his
dude,
character's new, and
Right,
he's on
yes,
he's
yeah,
on
Blackjack
a
is
new
new,
run.
yeah.
It's kind of like Slade, because we're like Slade Porter was gone for a while, then he came back because he was a part of the old ACW.
Yeah,
show.
well, Slade was around when ACW way back.
And now
That's
Slade's
right.
back with like the new character and everything. And Slade's on he's another one that's on like a really fucking hot streak right
Yeah.
now. And then obviously we went to Illinois with Slade and shit too. So like, Slade's good.
Yeah, he's
I worked
like-
Slade in Atomic Legacy. We were a tag team for a little bit, the Pure Detectives, and then we fought. It was the battle of the best friends, as it was advertised. But that leads me to my last question I have for Ryan the Sensei before we have to kick him out. And that is, what pissed you off this week and why? It could be anything. It doesn't have to be wrestling.
The drive here, dude. This fucking old man.
yeah.
Is in the left
it's
lane.
always
everybody's-
Is that what everyone
drives?
It's always
yes.
Then I
It's
can
not
do,
even just here. It's just that everybody's driving.
Yeah,
Even
it's a
today, I
drive,
can tell you
yeah.
that's not pissed me off. It's my drive.
That's in Florida. That's just Florida
It's
for
a
you.
Florida problem.
Other than that, there's not really anything I can think of. Oh, I guess Jonathan Hudson pissed me off because I mean I don't know if that's not
You
available
can blame
publicly.
I saw Jonathan Hudson at UCW the other day, and
He was there. Yeah. It
just
was the
looking
day.
at him pissed me off.
It was
Yeah,
the
it
day
was
after
like-
what we had, because we were tagging together, and I thought it was going to be the birth of a beautiful friendship, maybe at least some kind of working, tag
Bald
team.
and brains.
Bald and brains, bald and
Brains
beautiful,
is great, beautiful.
or something. But
yes.
I don't know, maybe bald,
Bald beauty.
But I think it's going to end up being Bald versus Beauty coming up, because he ended up not. First of all, every time I started getting a little something in
Tag
on
himself.
PhD or Lola, he would tag himself in on me.
Dude, I seen that.
It was
I was like,
ridiculous.
hey man, you guys are a team.
What
Work
are you doing?
together.
I was trying to do some spicy stuff. I was tagging him in when he was asking
what
me
was
to.
He was trying to like teach you to show you how things were done.
He was just going off and on about how I've only been wrestling for a year. He's been wrestling for 10. I need to respect that. Brother, I do respect that. You're old. I get it. But like,
Get it, Jonathan Hudson.
I-
Been here forever.
yeah, I can wrestle too. I still know how to do wrestling stuff. I was winning. I was in the middle of beating Lola down. I was going to start busting out some new stuff. I've been working out in the dojo, and he kept tagging me in. So yeah, I ended up returning the favor after like 4 or 5 or 9 times. I tagged myself in on Jonathan. Get a little sign, spun around and stuff. Lola was able to get us into a compromising situation. We were able to fight our way back out of. Again, Jonathan, this could have been a cool tag team deal, but you dumb son of a bitch. Your eyes must not work because you're so old. Because I'm holding Jonathan Strange. Jonathan Strange and Ryan the Sensei do not look the same. Punch Jonathan Strange, not Ryan the Sensei, your partner. Who do you punch? Ryan the Sensei, your partner. Who pins you after that? Jonathan Strange. Who loses? Ryan the Sensei and Jonathan Hudson. So that pissed me off
Didn't
this
you get
week.
dropped in your head too by your own partner?
I wasn't even going to get into that, but then after you lost a match, after you clocked me in the face, you'd think I would be mad at you, but I decided to shake your hand. I'm like, hey, I get it. Old timer, he's been doing this a long time, probably gets hit in the head, it's probably affected his eyesight, so I'll let one punch bygones be bygone and let making me lose my winning streak at FPW be gone.
Yeah.
I try to shake him up, and then he clotheslines me, and then you're right, he picks me up and he drops me directly on the back of my head. So
Yeah,
thank you
I
for that,
witnessed it.
Jonathan.
He was just out cold, and I was like, oh boy, Jorge's having a day, I guess.
So I guess
It
Jonathan
happens.
Hudson is what pissed you off this week. And
And-
with that, Ryan, the floor is yours for the next minute to plug everything you're going to be at for the next little bit.
I think my next for sure thing is Saturday, February 28th. PWR?
Pro Wrestling Rebellion.
Yes, yeah. PWR, Ride or Die. It's like a bike week thing. That's Saturday, February 28th. I believe the show starts at 2 p.m. And then after that, Back to FPW, March 13th and the 14th. That's a Friday and a Saturday. I know the Saturday one is at Circle S Barbecue in Hudson, Florida. I'm not sure where the March 13th show is, but that's, if you look up Florida Professional Wrestling on
Facebook.
Yeah, that you'll see where all their upcoming events are, and I'll be there. And I'm sure there's something else before then.
I believe you're on AMP too.
When is that? Is that the 28th?
I think it's the 14th.
Oh, the 14th?
Oh no, it's 28th. Yeah,
No, it's the 28th. The 14th is another day.
Where the fuck are we?
Oh, Brawl USA.
Oh,
yeah,
USA.
Brawl,
Come
yeah.
on now.
I might be doing a double day March 14th,
Brawl.
yeah. I might be at Brawl
Yeah,
as well,
Brawl.
depending on if the time works. I was talking to management of Brawl. If it's early enough in the day, I'll be able to do
I
Brawl
think
and then shoot
Brawl's
over
at
to...
4.
Yeah, I think I might be able to
Yeah.
manage that, because FPW is at 7, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure that out, but that's where I will be in the next upcoming weeks.
And for us, we just got a POW the 28th, the first FIP, the second Monday Night Mayhem's back for the next 30 days. 14th, Brawl USA.
The 28th is AMP.
The 19th through the 21st is MegaCon, and
then
there's some other stuff I can't talk about.
We have. I know we have one in April.
There's a lot of stuff in April. I'll put up the schedule for
Yep.
here. So that's it.
Ellis, thank you so much for having me. I really
Your
appreciate
social
it.
media.
Ryan the Sensei. If you just look up Ryan the Sensei on Instagram, that'll be me. Ryan the Sensei on TikTok. Ryan the Sensei on YouTube, I believe. And then Ryan CC on Facebook. But I think I call myself Ryan the Sensei enough. If you just look up Ryan the Sensei on
Yeah.
Facebook, I should come up.
Yep.
And my lower third's here. Damian's lower third is there. And that is all the editing I feel like doing.